боком за мене, покажи ручку.
Ой,
Сюди?
я просто, вона
Ні.
замінила. Просто пройдись вперед, не пикав, закінчай.
So what's up, everyone? I hope everybody's having a great week. In this video, I wanted to talk about some heroes of the Ukrainian armed forces that aren't really talked about that much, and they absolutely deserve some recognition. And I wish that there would be more spotlight put on them because they are absolutely such a vital piece of the armed forces of Ukraine, and they are just not praised as much as they should be. So, anyways, before I do that, if you wouldn't mind hitting like and subscribing, I would really appreciate it. And other than that, oh, and also, if you wouldn't mind dropping some comments, I love talking with you guys. It's always awesome to have a conversation after somebody, happens to watch one of the videos. So, anyways, yeah, let's jump in. So the other day, I was doing what I do, watching things on Ukraine, seeing how their military works, and then I got curious about the amount of females that happen to be in their military. And when I was doing my research, I ended up being pretty blown away by how many there actually are and the fact that they legally don't even need to be there. Um so it was kind of mind-blowing to me that these women, brave women, absolutely heroes just by being and participating in the military because they do not have to. Legally, they do not have to. They are not obligated like the males are in the age group from 25 to the age 60. Males are required to be in their draft. And as I'm sure a lot of you guys may know, is there has been a ton of the male population in Ukraine going abroad, um, hoping to come back after the war is over, which in my opinion is kind of messed up. I understand that Zelensky and a lot of his uh, people, in the um, Ukrainian country, are not wanting to send their younger generation to the front lines, but they are fighting for their survival, and them going to a different country while the war is going on, hoping that it's going to die down, or hoping that they could just come back when it ends and then they could just pick up um where they left off or something, is in my opinion kind of selfish. I totally get it and I totally understand. A lot of them are probably scared. They're not familiar with weapons, whatever the case may be. They have their reasons, but they should understand that they are fighting for their existence, and while they are fleeing the country, they are leaving, in this case, I feel, women to have to pick up arms because they are not going to leave their country. And over 67,000 was the most recent recorded number, are are how many female soldiers are currently fighting in Ukraine. Some are in support roles, and some are just straight up out there on the front line in artillery units, um drone units. They are frontline soldiers, they're medics. They are just doing the deal. They are doing the damn thing on the front line. And that is so amazing to me. That is so brave and courageous of them. So it's just It's crazy. They possess the biggest amount of female soldiers in any military in Europe currently. Now that kind of makes sense because they are at war. Um, from last I checked, Ukraine also, as a whole, has the biggest functioning army in Europe, not including Russia. And so the other amazing thing is that these female soldiers aren't just your typical low ranking soldiers. There's over 7,000 female soldier officers in the AFU, Armed Forces of Ukraine. So these aren't just some newbies. These women have experience. They're brave, and they are, like I said, they are just doing the damn thing, and it's so amazing. You have heroes like Demon. That's her call sign Demon. She's artilleryman, or in this case, an artillery woman. Her story is sad. She joined the military with her boyfriend, who unfortunately was was taken out. He was unalived, and that kind of lit a fire up under her ass, so to speak. And she, according to her commander, is always wanting to do the tasks. This is just a perfect example of a real real hero. I mean, just no fear. She knows that her country is dealing with the complete genocide upon their Ukrainian countrymen and women. And so that's just one of the many, many stories and heroes that is in Ukraine fighting right now. And there's, like I said, tons of them. Medics that have been prisoners of war in Russia from this conflict, obviously. There's snipers that were bakers before, and they took up arms, and they say that women snipers are some of the best snipers because uh of a woman thing. I don't know, but their focus, their nerves, whatever it may be, they are said to be some of the best snipers out there, which is another amazing thing. But the fact that these women, some of them, I seen one was pregnant. She had her baby and then she went straight back to the front line. I mean, these women are just so courageous and they know what's at stake. And I wish that the men of Ukraine would realize that them abandoning their fellow countrymen and women is making the situation harder. It's a tough thing. I get it. But they're leaving the fewer people there, high and dry. And unfortunately, these women really shouldn't be the ones in these trenches, in these really dangerous roles, unless they want to be. And I feel that they wouldn't feel the need to be if there was enough men. But they are brave nonetheless. They are doing it just as good as the males are, and in some cases even better. So that's always so amazing and really impressive. Anyways, that's gonna do it for me. Um, I guess we'll see what happens with the Ukraine conflict here now that Trump has finally had his inauguration, and there is supposed to be some talks with him and Putin in the near future. But coming out of even Trump's mouth, and I wish I had the clip to it. I would put it up, but he doesn't think that Putin is really looking for negotiations. So I guess we'll have to see what happens with that. But let's hope that 2025, the conditions for the Ukrainian people as a whole um, start changing for the better. And let's hope that this is a year that if Putin does not want to negotiate realistic negotiations, let's hope that this is the year that they just cannot do it anymore. That Ukraine has crippled them so bad they're not able to fund and supply their war machine. Russia, obviously, I'm referring to. So, anyways, I'll see you guys on the next one. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and comment. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Later.